Hey guys, Ron from Living Retired, formerly Clarksville Diggers. We're back out here again, and it is a beautiful day. Beautiful day. Yeah, it's kind of surprised. I get to go metal detecting today. So we're gonna just make this short and sweet. We're gonna see if there's any more Civil War bullets left or anything. We got the Equinox 600. I've been having issues with the on and off button, but so far it's working okay. So we're gonna give her another shot. So let's get cracking. It is so peaceful here. It has been a long time since I've been back. This whole story here, if you recall in my other videos, is straight ahead between those two big trees right in front of us. Laying on the ground was an oyster shell back in July 2017. Now I thought that was awful odd. And I thought, well, and it was an old oyster shell. So I thought, well, maybe somebody was doing picnicking. Let's see if they dropped anything. Look how peaceful and clear. There's a lot of trees that's felled since I've been here. So get back to the story. I started down here on the bottom. And started working my way up. Kind of started where that tree that's leaning over way down there, and started coming up this way. And right about where those two trees are in front of us, I started finding some, a couple little round discs. And I sent the pictures of them to my friend. At that time, he was in Georgia. He's up in Ohio now. And he identified them. And I had suspicions, but he identified them as those are Union overcoat buttons. And it all tied into the period of this area here. Because it was like in February when Fort Donelson fell. Before they fell, some of the Confederates escaped. Some of them escaped by steamboat to go to Nashville, and others either had to walk or horse it out. And there's quite a few injuries. This place here has been on the map since the early 1700s. And one notable thing about it, there's a spring up ahead or down ahead. And I imagine back in the day it was pretty productive. Well, you see that big tree leaning over. There's like a little ditch. And then going up the bank of that other side, that's where I found an amputation hole. That's where I predicted where the hospital tent was. And sure enough, I found the fire pit. The ground was still black. And just short from that, I found an axe head. This area here was a temporary camp for the Confederates, and a skirmish happened. The cavalry came and they mounted up straight up over that hill and they came down in two approaches. Another one was down through here. Another one was coming along that dip, because I found what was left of an old Spencer bullet. So they were coming through on horse. Right over here is where I found pieces of an old wagon brake system. I found pieces of wood cook stove. Looked like it just exploded. Very well could have. Up on that bank a little bit, that's where I found the side plate for a musket rifle. I started finding all kinds of pieces, but the thing that started this whole thing was it's just right up over there. I might still have a little wire sticking up. It's not sticking up no more, but there it is. Right here I found a bent bit boss for a Union horse reins, his bridle. And the way that it was bent, I take it up that way, Confederates had a couple cannons. I found pieces of cannonball, and I found the bottom ring of a small mini parrot shell. So they had two artillery pieces up there. And they shot here. And this was an officer who was on this horse. And as it hit, because I found pieces of cannonball shrapnel over there, the way the bit boss was bent, it's like he went back. Horse could have really been hurt. About what is it, 50 feet? No, probably about 35 feet that away. I found my first flat button gold gilt. There was gold on both sides. The shank was broke. Either that was another time period, or that could have been a button on the officer, because the regular enlisted, they basically used pewter, or the brass buttons, the Eagles, infantry, general infantry. So that's a quick little story of this place. It's got a lot of other history too. And but we're going to get swinging here. I think I've done enough talking, and we're going to start doing a little bit of walking and a little bit of digging. Been seeing these big rocks. I know in previous videos I've made notation of that. There's a few more. It's like they're right along the same area. Another one there. Another one right before that little ditch. And it hops on almost in a straight line. It's just like back in the day, all these trees and all this stuff wouldn't be here like it is. And the Confederate forces up over there, I almost guarantee these are markers, range markers, and they know how to adjust their rifle sights at certain points. I mean, there's a lot more of the rock here, There's little dips in the terrain. It could have possibly been a little dugout, a little foxhole, something to offer cover. But I've just noticed a lot of these rocks are kind of like in a line. I guarantee you, if it was me, that's what I'd be using them for distance. Probably marking off 50 yards, then know how to elevate or lower your shooting. We haven't found anything yet, just a little bit of trash. I'm just enjoying the day, just taking you along with me. Well, I didn't get a Civil War bullet. Not saying there's still not some here, but I had some good signals. They're a little deep. I don't want to dig too deep today. Did get no shotgun shell head stamp. Doesn't look like much to people, but when you research these things, this is a umc.co.company. It's a number 12, and the brand name is New Club. That's pretty old. It's got the little star like gear thing around the cap. Yeah, it's pretty old. Nothing really what I'm looking for. I'm not just out here just trying to get just any little thing. I'm a little selective. There was a lot of junk that I found, and I'm just not keeping it. I'm looking for good stuff. But my coil is a small one. I don't have the AT Max Storm coil. Then again, sometimes this terrain isn't too forgiving on big coils. I'm still going to kind of work a little bit up around that area. I can't get too close to them logs. I don't know what's under them, but that's where I found my side plate, hammer plate for the musket rifle. I found it right over there, but that area now is under trees. But we're just going to work a little bit as I'm going out, and then I'm going to hit the car and I'm going to go. I don't want to be away from Mama too long. Well, I didn't find what I was looking for. Did find a little head stamp. It is old, but not saying there's nothing else out here. I'm sure there is. May take a better machine than mine. But in the meantime, this is a historical spot that really nobody knew about until I found. It has significance, and it's been on old maps for a long time. But it was fun being out here. It's quiet, it's beautiful, it's peaceful, and hasn't changed a whole lot except for a few fallen trees. One thing that was kind of fun is that this was the first time on my GoPro I used the voice commands. And that was kind of cool. I'd never done that before, so it was interesting. It was worth it. So we're gonna get back. I'm gonna check on Mama, see how she's doing. It's getting by time. She wakes up a little bit late. She had a bad night because one of our chihuahuas was really cranky. Really, I didn't even feel like getting up this morning, but I wanted to go out and give it a shot, and I'm glad I did. So I'm fixing to head home, and y'all have a blessed day. Thank you for following us. Joanne, we do appreciate you. Don't make it weird, folks. Y'all have a blessed day. Deuces. GoPro, stop recording.